G'day, Johan. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Awesome. Let me just make sure my sound is good over here. Hey, Scott, good to see you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So Walt is driving to pick up his daughter from China today. Well, he's not driving to China, he's picking her up from the airport. So he's unavailable today. But so you got me, and we're going to be doing strategy today. So, guys, Mark, Scott, Peter, Carlo, Anne Marie, the room is yours. Who would like to start? Would you like to talk about any strategic stuff? Would you like me to go into a few different things that we're doing? Actually, while people are coming in the room, I can see more people coming in here. I just wanted to share that we ran an event. We ran a big event, the unofficial playbook, about a month ago now. Time flies, which was this, which took up a lot of energy and effort from our time. And we forgot that we had another real live event in Sydney that we had booked and paid for. And so we're 10 days out, and the team goes, "Hey guys, the venue's organized, recordings, everything's organized. You guys need to now fill the room." We went, "What do you mean we need to fill the room?" So they said, "Well, no one's booked in." So we had 10 days to fill a room. Our ticket price on this room was $1,000 a head. And so we were like, "Oh man, we've got 10 days. It's very short notice to let people know." We were hoping to get 20 people in the room because it was such late notice. We got 75 people. So that shows you how amazing the market is right now for the technology that we have. I went to all the tables when we had at the in the morning because these people don't know us. They've never met us before. And I walked up to the tables and I said, "Hey, you've just paid $1,000 to be here for the day. Can you tell me what you're hoping to get from it?" And they said, "I just want to learn AI, AI, AI." And the event was a massive success. It's called AIXCEO. The reason for sharing that is because we're now going to be running live in-person events every month because it was such a massive success. So for those of you who are not running events, I 100% recommend running an event in your city, having it live in person. People are craving connection. People want to be around people who are learning and upgrading their brains and using all the new technology. So that's my little. If I could do anything right now, it'll be run more events. The next event we're going to be running is on the 24th of October in the Gold Coast. So we're going to be doing up and down the entire east coast of Australia for the next couple of months, and then just have a little rotating thing happening. So if any of you haven't run events, people are craving for knowledge on how to learn how to use AI, and they are happy to pay, as we've just proven, $1,000 just to be there and to learn from people. Now you don't have to do all the work. We had four speakers. So it was Walt, myself, Ethan, Leon, and Carly. And so each speaker brings new things to the table. And oops, just let some people in here. And while these people are speaking, you get to enjoy, you get to learn, you get to upgrade, and you get to have the whole room. So that's some feedback for those of you who want clients. We're in an age where everybody is craving AI right now. And if you run an event, and you don't have to have 75 people, aim for 20 people in the room, and you will get them. And you guys have the tool in order to reach out to them. So yeah, just wanted to share that little story. Mark, have you ever
So,
run?
Johan,
Hey.
Mark here. So, 10 days to go, no sign-ups. You get 75 people. What did you do?
Great. So we reached out to our network. Our network, I think from our signups from the 75, we got about 15 people there. So people from here came, but all the rest, we used the tool to reach out to them and said, "Hey, guys, we're having an event." Actually, I'm going to pull it up here. One second. So I'll show you the landing page. Can you see my screen? Share screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Cool. So we called it AIXCEO, so AI powered CEO. We literally sent people this landing page and said, "Hey, reserve your spot. This is what we're going to be teaching you." And then you go from isolated CEO to a connected leader. These are the three things we're going to talk about: how to build a board of advisors, how to implement the systems into your business, and then how to future proof yourself by building a brand. and we had 50 seats only. And because it was the last minute, we thought, hey, we're going to get 20 people. We ended up having 75, so it was pretty cool. Here's our offer stack of what they were going to get. And let me just let people in here. And so because they saw this, people were buying until midnight the night before. It was crazy. Like we were like, whoa, midnight the night before, people were buying, and it was in Sydney where we had a 150-year storm. So it was flooded. People were on planes at 5 in the morning from Melbourne, from Gold Coast, who couldn't, who were like, oh my God, I'm stuck on the tarmac because Sydney was absolutely closed down. So people were coming at like 10, 11 o'clock. And so we would, anyway, running an event's always fun. So we had some people jump on and do some impromptu speeches, etc., to keep to buy some time while everybody else was getting into the room. And yeah, this is exactly what we did. So there you go.
Johan, this landing page you guys have got, is that just a GHL template or have you customized that?
That's just built in GHL. You could literally go in and clone it. And if you want it, happy to give it to you.
Yeah, I like it. It's really clean and simple, looks professional.
Thanks, man. I take pride in my landing pages. So yeah,
I'm doing one at the moment. I just can't believe how time consuming it is filling in all the spots. It's like it just doesn't end.
dude. All right, cool. So thank you. That leads me on to another thing. Two things that we have stopped doing. We've stopped typing in stuff. Now I only talk to my computer. How do I do this? We do this with, and all my emails, like the amount of emails that I get. It used to take me a couple of hours every day. Now it takes me 1 hour a week in total to do my emails. And that is from, let me just come here, from this tool. Now, this tool, once you start using it, your life is never ever going to be the same. So jump in here, grab that tool. It's called WhisperFlow, and they're going to give you some free credits and things like that. It's about $12 a month, but you never, ever, ever have to you never have to type in ever again. So, hey, Anne Marie, you're here. You said, love the event. Woo. Oh, were you talking about the unofficial event or the AIXCEO event? Can I share the URL for the landing page? Sure, Mark. Let me grab that. It's very it's a very simple page here, AIXCEO. So when you set up that WhisperFlow, and no need to set it up right now, basically I just press two buttons on my keyboard and I just talk to the computer and it formats everything. The way it works is I can say something like, hey Kim, looking forward to catching up with you next Friday, Saturday. Actually, no, let's make it Monday. Actually, no, let's do Tuesday. And instead of putting all that gobbledygook, it'll say, hey Kim, let's meet next Tuesday. It's AI powered. It works across all of your different apps, and it's way better than any other dictation that we've ever used. So Walt and I, we literally sit there and just type and talk to the computer. It changes if you're doing presentations and stuff. It just makes it more professional, much better. So that's that. By the way, have you guys heard of Manus? So this is just some of the stuff that we shared at the event. So for those of you who know Manus or have used Manus, it has just changed our lives over here. I'm going to put a link in for you to grab it. They're going to give you 1,000 credits so that you can use it. And I'm going to show you how to use it now. So there you go. I've just put that in there. Let's go share screen. Let's come back over here. So how do we use Manus? Let's pretend like, hey, Mark, actually, since you're talking, let's build an event for you. I know you're running your webinar in at the end of the month, I think of October, right? So
Yep, sure am.
let's do that. So we're going to come in here and tell me about your event. Tell me what you would like to create.
Okay, so we are doing a webinar, and
Hmm.
I have the wonderful Walt who is actually stepping up to lead that for me, which is great. We're selling LeadsGenius, which is my version of the white label suite sales leads tool.
Yep, fantastic. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm just going to talk to the computer, all right? Hey, I want to run an event for LeadsGenius. LeadsGenius is an event that's going to be a webinar. It's an invite-only special. It's going to show people how to generate leads on demand for their business. They never have to worry about leads again. Can you please write me a 45-minute keynote on LeadsGenius and why people should attend? Actually, let's make it a landing page instead of a keynote. And actually, do the keynote for me as well. Did you hear me mumble there, by the way? Yep, cool. So you can see here, I didn't type all that. It created it there. So I go, cool, let's go. And now, oops, it spelled leads wrong because somebody else has got leads. But we can fix
Ah,
it very easily. So here you go. So now this thing is going out. It's learning, it's understanding, it's different to ChatGPT. If you use ChatGPT, this is like having a Ferrari. So we still have ChatGPT to do some basic stuff, but this thing does, it's very agentic. It does a lot more in depth compared to just ChatGPT. So you can see here it's gone in, it's researching about SEOs, about AI driven tactics. It's going to go in and create that webinar. It's going to be an invite only special. And then by the end of this, in the next 10 minutes, I'm guessing, Mark, we're going to have a landing page ready to, well, the landing page, you can build it out in GoHighLevel, or we can use Gamma to build out your keynote presentation. So before, it used to take me about 2 weeks to build out any keynotes. And now I can do a keynote literally in 5 minutes using this technology. So that's what we'll be going through here. So while this is doing that, has anybody used Gamma before? Do you use Gamma for your presentations?
yeah, it's super cool.
It is the best. I used it about 2 years ago, and I wasn't impressed. And then Walt said, "No, no, no, you got to use it. You got to use it." I said, "All right, cool." Well, so we came back, and they have just leaps and bounds. So now the other day, I got a call at I think it was 11:30 at night, and one of my friends said, "Hey, I need you to do a 45-minute keynote at 7 in the morning." I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." So I woke up at 6:30. I typed into Manus what I wanted to talk about, and then I copied and pasted this into Gamma, and I had my keynote, and I presented the keynote, and everybody was blown away. So technology, man, what a time to be alive. So there you go. This thing's now. I can get it to write out all my, my lead magnets. I can get it to write out all the email campaigns. We can do all that in a few minutes. There you
Hey,
go.
Johan, so even though it's producing the content, you still have to like copy and paste, like let's say the webinar landing page, you still have to copy and paste it into the template, would you?
Yeah, yes, or you can get Gamma to do it because Gamma can build out pages for you as well, and then you can
Oh,
you can actually tell it to build it out in GHL. So I saw somebody do this the other day where I think it was Lisa, who told Manus to build it for me in GHL format, and then they literally copied it and put it into GHL, and the whole page was there. Now, I'm not the technical genius like Walt is, so I'm not going to attempt that in front of everybody here. But I've seen it happen a couple of weeks ago, where you can tell Manus build it for me in GHL, and then they copy the code, put it into the source, and then it just gets built out. So I'll get Walt to do a Luma on how to do that.
mm.
Awesome. All right. Heard GenSpark is better than Manus. What do you think? So, Anne Marie, we had Nuno actually show us how to do GenSpark. He literally built. Actually, it was Nuno on the event. He built out a landing page for a sound healing business, and it took 5 minutes. And it was in GoHighLevel, and it was impressive. And now we have people who actually do this on their sales calls. They'll be like, "Hey, I've just built you a website. Would you like me to, show you what it looks like? Are you interested? Can you give me some details?" And they'll fill out a few details, which Nuno gave them all the details for. And then by the time they finish filling it out, by the time they finish talking, he's literally built it out live in front of them and then presents that to them. So that's using GenSpark. So Anne Marie, I hope that helps there. Clay, you say I tried. What did you try, bud? And feel free to come online. Today's Q&A, today's strategy day. So guys, feel free to unmute, talk. There's no real presentation here. It's how can we help you move the needle and finish this year amazingly.
Hey, Johan, so just looking at what Manus is doing here,
Yep.
it's as you said, it's picked up, it's Leads Genius with a double E. It may even possibly be referring itself to another Leads Genius because there's a few Leads Geniuses out in the World Wide Web.
I can see
Like,
that.
instead, could you just be specific and type in the leadsgenius.ai website so it knows the one to reference if we were to run it again?
Yeah. And the beautiful thing about this is you can interrupt it at any time and just say, hey, this is the correct landing page. So now it's going there, it's referencing everything there, and it's going to do what it's got to do. So yeah, so guys, while this is doing its thing, I'm going to give it a few minutes. Is anybody coming to Level Up in Dallas?
I am.
Woohoo, Scott. Awesome, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Please come and say hi. It's going to be epic. We've been there every year for the last 4 years. So looking forward to seeing a lot of friends, and they've just sold out, which is pretty cool.
I'm looking forward to it, and I definitely will stop by and meet you.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the first year we're not exhibiting, so we're going to be walking around. We're going to be just networking all day in the networking hall. So just come find us there. That's what that's where we'll grab a beer or a coffee, whatever you like, Scott. And,
Wonderful. Thank you.
and do you want anything from Australia? I'm going to bring it up for you.
What was the question?
I said, would you like anything from Australia? Do you have
Oh,
kids,
thank
grandkids? So I'll bring you some kangaroos, some koalas. They're always a big hit.
you. No, I'm fine. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Hey, Mark, you're coming too. Woohoo. I can't wait to see you, bro. Last year was epic. Last year was insane. We had people at our booth from 7 in the morning. The event opened up at 8 until midnight every night. And Mark, thank you for jumping in and for helping out. So I really appreciate you. Haven't forgotten that. Um, Jared, dude, yes, we're looking forward to seeing you next time. We took lots of Tim Tams and we took a lot of Vegemite across, and people did not like the Vegemite, I tell you. Hey, look at that! It's nearly finished there. Perfect. It's pulling a headshot. Is that you, Mark, or is that somebody else?
Nah, it's
No,
not me.
it's
I'll
just.
take it though.
All right, so we'll let that go for another little bit. Guys, the unofficial playbook is out. People are buying it. You can go and buy it on Amazon now. So feel free to jump on and grab it. It is pretty awesome. The other day, Walt and I we went through it again because we're doing the audiobook, etc. And by going through it multiple times for the stage that you're at in your business, it's going to make a big difference to your business. So there's a lot of energy and effort put into this. Make sure you get it because it is going to, we built it for you guys to help. So that's the unofficial playbook. We've talked about the AIXCEO event. The next one is called AI powered events up in Gold Coast. So how do we find speakers? We use the influencer button in our tool, and we'll find people with tribes because when you invite other people, they put it all over their social media, and then they bring their tribes, right? So that was pretty cool. All right, let's go. Where are we up to? There we go. It's generating. There, it's now. It's even building out the deck. I didn't actually want it to build out the deck, but there we go. It's built it out. While that's doing that, let's go here. Let's go and generate from Gamma. So we're going to build out. How many cards do you want, Mark?
So is this for the webinar?
Yeah, for the webinar. This is just we can polish it up better, but this is just for a quick
Oh,
show.
let's
Um,
just go with 10. Let's keep it simple.
let's go 30. Let's go 30. All right.
Okay.
I want to do a keynote presentation on how amazing, what an amazing time we live in, and I want to focus on lead generation in the age of AI. I want to talk about how great the LeadGenius.ai tool is and how we can leverage that to fill rooms, to fill up people's pipelines. There we go. Nice. And oh, I want to let's do 45.
And just put Leads Genius with that website there, Johan, just in case there's a Lead Genius as well, because yeah, there's a lot of Leads Geniuses out there.
There we go. Leads. That's correct. Yeah. Leads Genius.
Yep, that's correct. Yep.
Perfect. There we go. Now it's going to go and do its thing. Golden age of lead generation. For any of you who haven't seen this tool, it's just mind-blowing how quickly it does what it's got to do. How many did we ask for? 30 cards. All right, here we go. And then you get to choose. There we go. It's now finished. Then you get to choose minimal, concise, detailed, extensive. What would you like, Mark? What type of style are you?
Let's have a look here.
So extensive means tons of text on the thing. Detailed is sort of medium. Concise is,
Concise.
yep,
Yep.
concise is good. We'll choose nebulae is my favorite. And then images, I like photorealistic. And then we go, cool, this is great. Let's make it happen. Now, let me just move my controls out of the way and go generate. And let's watch AI go to work and build it all.
What's the monthly subscription fee for Gamma, Johan?
It was $200 for the year.
Wow.
So it, yeah, it is definitely worth it. So here you go. It's doing its thing. It's just amazing watching AI build all this stuff in real time. And you can change and edit everything. This thing is still, yeah, this thing when it started actually building out the decks. I don't want the decks. I want the deck, just the outline. While that's doing that, and then we've got this one here. So with Manus, this is what happened. When I got access to it back in March, I said to it, hey, I need you to go build me a brand for myself. And it just went and did all this research and came back and started building me a brand. And then from there, I said, okay, hang on, wait, I need to tell you a little bit more about me and my ambitions. So I started telling it about my companies, what I wanted to do, what I want to achieve in the next 2, 3, 5 years. And then the more information that I gave it, the better it got. And because it's got a really good memory. And then what it ended up doing was by the time I was done, we ended up building a 12 chapter playbook on our company. I said, hey, we want to take it to 100 million. How do we do that? And it actually drew it all out and said, these are the different steps. This is what you're going through. Based on all the other companies in your space, this is what they have achieved. And so giving us a pathway. And then it said, hey, you're at chapter 4 out of 12. Chapter 4, you're going to have these problems. You're going to have these are the different solutions. So by giving us all of that, we actually have a playbook that the whole team is rallied around to achieve that goal. So for your company, for yourself, for your ambitions, I'd highly recommend going in and building that out for you so that you have a playbook for yourself. So here we go. Golden age of lead generation, how AI is revolutionizing sales pipelines. Let's go to presentation mode. And there you go, Mr. Mark. Look at this. Not bad for a few minutes worth of work. And
That is incredible. Like how slick that is.
it is so cool. And you can ask it for anything and everything. You can change some screenshots and stuff in there. But here we are, a 30 page. It's made up its own dashboard there.
So how much do I have to pay you for that, Johan? Just send it across, mate.
Dude, I'll share it with you, no problem whatsoever. So yeah, so guys, look at that. So we can create sales presentations like this. You should be on more stages, sharing your knowledge. You should, if you don't get invited, build your own room. So build your own room like we did over here. And now this has turned into a thing where we get to educate people, and then everybody, when we show them how we do lead generation, they're just blown away. So for those of you who were at the event, you saw Alok was there. Now, Alok has been one of our clients since the beginning, since the start. And he said, wow, to see the audience, by the way, the audience, this audience here, the people who are here, who see this all day, every day, you think that this is normal. To the outside world, when they see the lead program, when they see Gamma, when they see Manus, they are absolutely blown away. People were walking around going, oh my God, I cannot believe how valuable that was. That was just mind blowing. So, yeah. All right. Let me just quickly check the questions here. All right. I got too many questions. Guys, please don't PM me because I can't check too many different things at the same time. So I'm going to go into the general chat. Clay was talking about Gamma. Great. Mark, going to level up. Awesome. Carlo, I was the unofficial. Yep. That's a bit long. I'll read that in a second. It's a bit long. I do have a challenge for white label suite. I want to ping, import some people on a public list, getting their contact info, social media, and asking what you think of its ethical tactics. Okay, Mark, I'll check that in a second. By the way, when we do demos, so if we come in here, let's just go into. Can you guys still see my screen, by the way?
Yep.
Yep, perfect. So Walt has spent the last week just upgrading. I'll let him show you this, and I'll send some Loom videos over. But he has upgraded the way that we do all the research in the back end, and the information that you get from people. He's literally getting it to write out full analyses of what they're doing, where they're doing it, how they're doing it. So it started off with Lisa McCarthy saying, "Hey, I've got a client who needs to go and understand all the mining contracts in the government right now. Can you find me the contractors and then the projects that they're working on, and then how much the contracts are worth?" Now that is some deep data. And so Walt wrote a prompt where it went, it did the research, it found those people, it found what contracts they were working on, and then which stage of the contracts they were on, and then was allowed, then through the system, went through and connected with those people. And now Lisa's just like super happy. So there's some crazy stuff coming. I'm not going to steal Walt's thunder. He has built that. Where my chat's gone. So Mark, you asking about want to ping import some people. So you know about the data enrichment, yeah? So you can go in here, you can import people, and you can do single or you can do bulk. You can import them and enrich all the data. So we've got e-commerce clients using it to bulk enrich all of their data so that they can offer people the right information. If you've got single people that you want to single people like Elena Cardone, you can come in, put their URL in here, and then get all their data here, and then run the analysis, etc. from there. Awesome. All right. What is the next question? 10 days. If you cancel, they'll give you 50% off for 3 months. What's this, Jared? Oh, that's for Gamma. Cool. Uh, Mark, you okay if Johan shares this with us? Yes, for sure. I'll share that with you. Such a good event. Thank you, Jared, for coming down. And yeah, go on. What were you going to say? Nope. Cool.
Sorry, I thought you referred to me and sharing something. I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. So where is Manus now? It says, I've created a detailed outline for LeadsGenius on the lead generation. Would you like me to make any adjustments, for example, how I could add more detailed sections, etc.? So yeah, we can go in there. We'll go, here's all the files that it's generated. Here's the webinar outline. Here's the full outline that it's created, the 4 pillars, and then you can say, cool, copy, paste this into Gamma, and it'll generate it just like we showed you over here. So there we go, guys. I've shown you how to take an idea, build out your deck. How do we get people to this now? Well, that's what you have this for, right? So this is how we're going to fill rooms. This is how we fill rooms. So organize an event, plan out your content, create an irresistible offer, then organize the event, and then go and spend your time filling out the room and charging $1,000 per person. So, question.
Hey, Johan, I really like that. Obviously, with my webinar coming up in the end of October, when someone signs up to my webinar, I want to start adding value really quickly to ensure that they take the time to actually attend on the day. So, like, I can just be using like Gamma or just one use case. Use Gamma, create like a really short, concise presentation on AI-powered sales lead generation. Hey, here's some of the stuff we're going to touch on. You might find some value in this. Thanks for signing up.
Yep.
Like, bang, done. It'll take me 2 minutes.
Yep, 100%. That I'd use Manus to write out a really good nurture campaign, add lots of value to them. So there's with the email campaigns, you can say, hey, write me a value added email series that adds tons of value for people who are coming to this event. This is how many days we have left. I want them to be completely vowed. I use things like, hey, get Edward Bernays in there. Use what's his name? What's the Greatest Showman? Which Hugh Jackman played. Barnum. I forget the name, but he's the master of propaganda.
P.T. Barnum.
That's it, P.T. Barnum. Hey, Mr. Kyle, you're here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. So if you pull in references like that, make the emails compelling like P.T. Barnum. It doesn't write it like any normal emails that go out. Like everybody, copies Russell Brunson, Frank Kern, etc. But if you use these old school persuasion, write it like Napoleon Hill, make it super short, make it only, 4 lines. The copy that you get is absolutely amazing. So running that event, Mark, you've got 4 weeks until your event.
Yep.
I'd go into Manus. I'd say, hey, write me a 4 week campaign. This is the end date. By the time this date comes, I want them to be super pumped, super excited. I also want you to give me a content plan to create some lead magnets, which I can drip feed to them so that they're getting fed information that they can then leverage for the day. So if I had a month, usually we never have a month for running a webinar. Usually Kyle will know. It's like, hey Kyle, we're running a webinar in 3 days. Let's go. And so if I had a month to properly plan out a webinar, I would say, hey, create these pieces of content which I can drip feed to them, which value stacks. So by the time we're getting to the webinar, they are completely like, oh my God, I can't wait to get this. One of the most famous webinar sales systems is called Product Launch Formula by Jeff Walker. What he did was he created the thing called the sideways sales letter. And Onyx and Gaal's using it. Everyone you will ever know actually uses Jeff Walker's sideways sales letter, where and we do too, create a 2 minute webinar, a 2 minute video, which we've talked about since day dot, 2 minute video introducing them to the funnel. Then video 1, 2, 3, 4 is, I'm going to make this really crude, so excuse me, but it's to get the point across. Let's talk about a gentleman who's never picked up a girl before and wants to have a girlfriend. That's the end goal, right? So video number 1 that goes out is how to talk to a girl. Watch this video, and by the end of this 10-minute video, you'll learn how to engage in good conversation. And then go apply it and come back. So remember, we've got 4 weeks. So you're telling them, go come back, and in 2 days, the next video will drop. So now they're thinking about this thing, going, oh man, all right, cool. Now I know how to do this. So video 1 is how to talk to the girl. Video 2 is about how to engage in good conversation to get the phone number. Video 3, how to ask her out on a date, how to have a great date. Video 4, how to make her your girlfriend, right? I know it's crude. I know it's basic stuff, but if you showed that video to and this is actually Neil Strauss used this exact methodology in The Game. He wrote a book called The Game. This was the video series that he launched, and he has millions and millions of men who follow him getting dating advice. And so he built an entire empire just off these 4 videos. So video number 1, how to X. Video number 2, how to go a little bit more depth. And so by the time they're done with video number 4, they've gone, wow, if in 4 videos I got from A to D and I want to go from E to Z, I have to buy whatever they're selling. And so when you show them E to Z on the webinar saying, hey, this is the whole methodology, they buy. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. So what I would tell Manus to do, Mark, is to build me a workbook. Build me a workbook that has 4 sections, and my video relates to section 1. And in that section 1, I'm going to do things like, hey, here's my ideal client profile. Here's where they hang out. Here's then video number 2, crafting their irresistible offer. So they're watching a video of you teaching them how to craft their irresistible offer. They're filling it out on whether it's a Google Doc or tell them to print it out, whatever it is. Say, here's the 5, 6 questions that you have to answer, and so they're answering it. Now they're linking that to Mark showing me how to get my ideal client profile. Mark showing me how to create my irresistible offer. Mark showing me how to set up my funnel. That might be video number 3. And here's the most basic thing. And you could show them something like, hey, let's go into Gamma, let's grab the stuff, put it into GHL, and then populate it. Now you can actually pre-sell your GHL. So here's 30 days free GHL. So you've given them a CRM, if that's what you want to do, by the way. And then you go, great, now you have all your infrastructure set up. Now let's fill it with leads. And then you show them the leads tool. And now when they see the leads tool, they're just like, oh my God, this is amazing. And that's how they buy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's great.
Fantastic. All righty. Hey, Mr. Kyle, while you're here, I think it was Lisa she grabbed the code from Manus and then put it straight into GoHighLevel. Do you know how to do that? I know you're a pickup, so I'm not going to ask you to do it, but do you know how to do it? Where to put in the source code for the page?
Where to put in source code. Are you talking about like when you're building out a funnel or a website, or
Right. So when you're building out a funnel or a website in high level, there's a button where you press code, and so you can copy the code from Manus and just put it straight into high level and populates the entire page there.
oh yeah, yeah. So if you open up a blank funnel page or a blank website page and add a section to it, literally after you add that section, you'll look up the code element, add that to the page, and you'll literally just drop all of that code into that code element, and it'll create that mockup for you.
Perfect. I can imagine that happening. I know which buttons to press. You guys all know what to do. I'm not going to try and do it on live on screen. So thank you, Mr. Kyle. Appreciate you. All right, guys, we have 24 minutes left. What gold would you like to extract? What things would you like to discuss? What can we do to make the rest of this last 3 months of the year absolutely amazing? And we've run events, we've done webinars, anything and everything that you want. My brain is yours. Ask me any questions you like.
So,
I,
Dawn,
I saw you, Mr. Clay. I was like, Clay's gonna go for it. Go, Mr. Clay.
what's going on, brother?
I'm good.
So, my guy pushed back my meeting, so I'm trying to think this still out with the turf company, because as I was saying, they have a problem sometimes with the independent dealers reaching out to the potential customer. They call corporate back. So I think he has HubSpot, which I know doesn't integrate with GHL yet. I think that's coming. I'm trying to figure out if I just give him a what's the word I'm looking for? Give him a sub account. If he could upload the leads there, or however we can connect it. There's no way for them, what's the word I'm looking for, to have accountability for the distributor to be connected to the GHL. You see what I'm saying? Because they have their own, maybe they have their own systems, maybe they don't have a system.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to figure out how we can have lead accountability, or, something as simple as, hey, put the lead in here. When it goes out, maybe send a distributor a text message or something to say, hey, did you contact the lead?
Yep. So
Right?
yeah, 100%. So over here, we've got a franchise that we used to work with called Jim's franchise. So Jim's is a national franchise. I think he's got 75 sub-franchises. He's got Jim's Mowing, Jim's Antennas, Jim's Accounting, Jim's everything. He's built
Right.
empire. So we used to work with them with their, it was like building maintenance type thing. So the main business had got us to build out the funnels for them. The
Hmm.
leads would then go into the main system, and then it would say, "Hey, here's the people in that area," because it knows which location they're at. If that's the way that this works for you. So
Yes.
this one was based on location, yeah, because they needed to physically go out, and the closest one was the most important. So they knew which people were in that area. They would send them all a message, or they would do a round robin. So they would either send a message saying, "Hey, there's a brand new lead. Whoever gets it first gets it." And as soon as they claim that lead is theirs. Or they would then send one, two, three, four. They would send it as a round robin. And then they would have statistics on the back end going, "Hey, we sent you a lead. You replied to them in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is." And then based on that, they would give them more leads. So these guys were generating, I don't know, like 4,000 leads a month. And
Wow.
so they had a lot of leads. And so they trained their people to get to answer the leads quickly, because the ones who did, they would send them more leads. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Just trying to think it out and how to build it out, if it's a simple build or is a big build, because the opportunity in it for me is to sell Go High Level to the distributors that don't have any type of system.
So, so what does so when you say distributors, is this a franchise that you're talking to at the top level?
Uh, Talking to corporate,
Yep.
which is my classmate, so it's the turf, it's just Sinlon.
Yep.
So when they get a lead at corporate, they send it out to a particular person in that area.
Yep. Perfect.
As he described to me, they're contractors. Not looking down on contractors, but they're not the techiest guys in the world, and contractors do what contractors do.
Yep. Yep.
you know.
So contractors, they don't need, if you give them a sub account and stuff, they're never going to check it, that sort of thing.
Right.
It would be best if you just give them, send them a text message and say, hey, if you don't answer this text message in the next 3 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever timing you want to give them, then it gets sent to the next person and it's a round robin system.
Okay, so a round robin system would work out the best.
Yeah, so it'll send it to the most convenient person if they don't answer in 5 minutes, or if they don't claim it in 5 minutes, saying I accept this job, then it gets sent to the next person, and then they will click I accept this job, and it keeps passing it down. By the way, this is a pretty sophisticated system that you're building, and it adds tons of value to them. So I'll tell you what we did. So we used to do this, and we ended up going to one of the biggest franchise here in Australia called UltraTune. And so UltraTune has 275 workshops, they're mechanics. And so we said, hey, give us your top people and give
Hmm.
5 top people and give us your 5 bottom people, and we guarantee you we're going to improve the bottom line. So now we have a case study of 10 different people to work with. And so the top people, what do people who are at the top of the game love to do? They actually love to share their knowledge because that's just the way, high achievers are. And so we
Right.
got the high achievers to share on a webinar once a week what they were doing that made it really, made them successful. So one of the things that came out during the conversation, there's 10 people on this call. By the way, each of the businesses did about 3 million, on an average per year. So they're significant businesses. The one thing I'll never forget this call, that one of the top guys goes, when people come in and they have their maintenance done, we offer them a free tire alignment on their next car or their spouse's car. And
Mm.
they'd bring the other car in. So they're essentially doubling the work that they're getting just by that one simple sentence. And so
Wow.
bottom guys, they were not doing any of this stuff. They didn't recommend, hey, by the way, next time you come in, we will do this. And so they were just like, hey, what do you want? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll get it done. And they just fix whatever and say, see you later. Like that was their attitude. But the big guys, the top guys, I should say, had a customer journey outlined where they would say, hey, next time you come in, we're going to get this thing, this thing, this thing looked at. We'll fix this up. Your car is in great shape, but in 10,000 kilometers, this is what's going to happen. So they educated their clients. That was the difference between the guys who were at the top and the guys who were at the bottom. So what happens was as these guys are sharing all their knowledge, the other guys down the bottom started learning and then implementing, and the whole bottom line improved. And then the franchise said, wow, I don't know what you've done with these 5, guys who were at the bottom, but now they're all rising to the top. One of them didn't. He was just stuck in his ways, but that's what you can't get everybody. But
Yeah.
now this is a company that on average 275 locations times 3 million is a lot of revenue. And so by helping them and helping them move the bottom line, we had credibility, and now they wanted us to do that for all of their other guys. So the
Oh,
the client that you're playing with, put in the energy and effort, go the extra mile, design out, design out different systems and stuff. The more you show them, the more they're going to want, and you're going to be better than their marketing manager essentially. So spend some time with Manus and say, put in the case study, put in what you want to achieve, put in that you want to increase their bottom line by 30, 40%, and give you the ideas, and just sit there and ideate. Like spend 2 or 3 hours with it, and you'll see the stuff that it comes up with. And then when you take that, turn it into a presentation, and then go and present that to corporate's going to be like, man, our own people are not doing this. It's
wow.
it's crazy. So the other day, I had my son play soccer with, he's got a friend, and one of the mums came to pick up her son from my house. And then she is the marketing manager of a $1 billion company. And so she's like, hey, I saw on Facebook that you ran an event. I was like, yeah. She's like, what was that about? I said, it's how we AI power CEOs. She's like, what do you mean? And I literally only showed her ChatGPT and Gamma. And she goes, "Oh my God, I use ChatGPT to make my email sound better. I didn't know you could get it to write out keynotes. I'm spending the next 3 weeks writing a keynote for a presentation I have to do." The head marketing manager of of a $1 billion company spending 3 weeks to write out a keynote, which we did in 5 minutes. So I asked her some questions, put it into Gamma, it spat out the entire thing. She goes, "Can I please have that presentation, please? It saves me 3 weeks." Now, she's on a very, very, very big wage. 3 weeks of
Right.
time is extremely expensive. So when you show them, so again, I started this call with, you guys have no idea the tools that you have access to. And we live in a little bubble where like, ah, yeah, Gamma, of course, everybody uses that. She's never seen it. She's the head marketing manager. So a simple presentation, a simple 5-minute demo has changed her life now. She's got 3 weeks
Right.
of her life back. When you do this for corporate, show them, you could literally build out a whole plan for them. And then they'll go, wow, I can't believe that you can do this. By the way, leverage AI. Say, I'm using GoHighLevel as the base. Use
Right.
GoHighLevel's functionality to show me all the different things I can optimize in the business. So stuff like that. So when you put all that into it, it's going to build you out a deck that no one else has built. And then you go to people that are in our community and be like, hey guys, I got a big contract. I need a lot of contractors to help me get this thing over the line. Hey, Jared Holmes, jump on and help me out here. And there's people in the community who will jump in and help you make this thing happen. So don't feel like, oh, I don't know how to do stuff. Like you've seen, my incompetence with GoHighLevel is huge. Like here I am going, I don't know how to put a freaking code thing in. Oh yeah, that's right. It's in the page builder code, drag, drop. Thank you, Mr. Kyle. There's people who know how to do all this stuff. So you don't need to know everything. You just need to be at that big picture, create that vision for them. You get that big corporate to go, wow, this is amazing. Let's make it happen. Then you come back to the community and go, guys, I need someone to
Right.
do,
Yeah.
yeah, I need someone to do the SMS campaign. I need someone to do this. I need someone to do that. And people will jump in and be like, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. So you have an army here who will help you, and with all their resources as well, and us, we've jumped in and helped a lot of our clients. And yeah, you're not alone.
Absolutely. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. It kind of changed my mindset of what I was thinking about doing for him because he wanted to see the demo and how everything works and everything. And I was like, there's still a gap there. So,
Yep.
okay.
Cool. Yeah, man. Decide.
Yeah, and always figure out what that is and sell the thing before you build the thing. So don't go try and build it this weekend and come back to them and say, "Hey, I was thinking about this," and they're like, "Ah, we're still, however many months out, or we don't know." Or so yeah, always sell it before you build it.
Yeah, it's my classmate. I've known him my whole life. We grew up in the same small town. So it's like I'm in there. He's not in a hurry for it, but I want to really, I'm about solving, a solution because like I said, if this sticks, that just opens the door for a lot. And yeah, like you said, I don't want to spend all weekend building something. It's like that's not it.
Yeah, create the vision, man. Create the vision, sell the vision, and then get the team over here to build it out with you. If they say yes, and if they say no, that's great because you can iterate on the fly. You can give them 3 different plans. You can say, here's thing number one that we can do. Here's thing number two. Here's thing number three. So we used to sell, big build outs. We're talking 50,000, 150,000. And we would literally give them 3 different pathways and say, here's a $50,000 one. Here's a $150,000 one. Where do you want to start? And then they'd say, okay, cool, let's start with the 50,000. And then like a couple of months later, they're like, hey, actually, can we just upgrade to the 150? Just give us the whole thing because your team's amazing. So craft, give them options. It doesn't have to be those numbers, by the way. That took 20 years to get to those types of numbers. So
Right.
I'd be 5,000, 10,000, 15,000. Yeah. So say
Okay.
these are the 3 plans. We're going to upgrade your website. We're going to get your leads going. We're going to build out your funnels. We're going to build out your paraphernalia. We're going to get your social media rocking. There's a $5,000 package, 10,000, $15,000 package. So
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
awesome, man. Alrighty, guys, we've got 11 minutes left. Any questions? Carlo, I saw that you unmuted.
Hey
Go
there. Yeah. So yeah, I was actually yeah, I actually wrote down the long one, but yeah, just to shorten things out. Uh, we're just actually new to the platform, White Label Suite. Love the platform. Thank you for
for it.
providing us this, and we just wanted to probably mainly utilize the enrichment part of it. So we just wanted to know if what is actually the minimum required fields in order to successfully enrich the the data, and how does it go to, for example, a lead form, or sorry, yeah, a lead form from GoHighLevel. How does it go to the white label suite to get the enrichment, get the data enriched, and then brings it back to GoHighLevel, or does it, you know, we can just use the white label suite to do the enrichment and generate the um, like
So
personalized email.
yeah, yeah, for sure. So the minimum fields are email and or website. Correct, Kyle? And correct me if I'm wrong there. So
Yeah, or a LinkedIn URL. Like if you want to enrich a people search, you can use their LinkedIn URL as well.
yep. And so when you do that, and then you press the AI assistant and get it to generate the summary or generate whatever prompts you need, that goes into your GHL as a custom field, which then in your email it references and it can put it into the email body as whatever you need. So the reason I said Walt at the start of this, Walt has spent the last week building some absolutely amazing things. His email now just has, it's just only custom fields. So it's, the AI generates the subject headline, AI generates the intro, AI generates the body, and then the PS as well. So he's got everything just custom fields, and the AI is doing all the heavy lifting, which then the 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 what do you call it? The engagement rates are through the roof because every email
Yeah.
is hyper personalized. So Carlo, we'll get that. You know, Walt's super excited to show that off. So we'll get an email out and let show you all what it is.
Okay, well, looking forward to that email. Thank you.
Cheers, man. All right. So Mark, you okay if Johan shares with us? Yes. How will you share the Manus and Gamma work done on the call today? Okay, Anne Marie, I will share the let's go. Let's go over here. Let me just grab that. Share screen. Let's come back here. So this, I'd probably spend time and recreate my prompt. It was just done in a super hurry. So I've given you a link to get Manus there, but I'm happy to share this document if you like. And it said, hey, I've created a detailed outline. Um, add more specifics. Would you like me to make any adjustments to the outline? No, thank you. All right. So in here, the outline is very simple. You can see here is it started generating a presentation, but I believe that the presentations in Gamma are better than what Manus does. So I'll just leave that one there, but happy to send that to you. I'll upload all these into, and even started building out the landing pages, etc. So I will send you this. I'll upload it to a document and send it over. And I'll send you where's the other one? Oops. Ray's trying to join us. Yep, no problem. I'll send you this document. How do I share this? Hang on. Where's the share button? Oh, here we go. Share and copy link. Here you go. I will share that with you in the chat over here. Let me know if you can grab that grab that link, Anne Marie. Cool. All right, guys. 7 minutes left. Any last final questions? Mark, are you all good with your webinar? You ready to rock? Do you have any questions about that?
I'm learning every minute of every day, Johan. That's all I'll tell you. And I'm like, what am I, 4 months plus into this journey, and every day I'm learning something. So yeah, I've got a good network around me to pull it all together. But just when I think I've got everything, it's like, oh my God, I haven't done that. Oh no, I've got to do that today. Holy shit, there's more I've got to do.
Yeah, Walt and I have a running joke. We update each other every like 3 hours. I'm like, bro, can you believe it's 3 o'clock? He's like, ah. And last night I was like, dude, it's 6 o'clock. We've been at the computer for 12 hours, and the days are just flying by. But the energy is so high. It's like I want more out of my day. And yeah, we've only got 12 days until Dallas, which is always absolutely epic. So that's our timeline. Mark, your event. Let us know how we can support you. Let us know, by the way, in the community, if we can just show up, because having people there, having the numbers there makes a big difference. And then
Yes.
we will all show up. We will, comment and be like, wow, this is amazing, which is true. And the first webinar, like I think we started this probably last October, where every people were running webinars every month, every week, I should say. And so the community would jump in. Everybody's learning from everybody else, and would support each other. And everybody's webinar started getting better. So let us know when it is. We'll all jump on. We'll all support you. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, thank you. That would be great. Yeah, I do have the date. I just don't have the all the finer details, so I'll come back to everyone as soon as I can.
Perfect, dude. What is the date?
October 29th, 10 a.m. Melbourne, Sydney, Australia time. So I'm not sure what that is for the US crew. But yeah, it's Tuesday, our time, October 29th.
So 2 hours
Yeah.
from now. Yep.
Yep.
Awesome. So Anne Marie says, Mark, good luck. Yes, good luck,
Thanks,
Mark.
Anne-Marie.
Awesome. All right, Mr. Mark, I look forward to seeing you in Dallas. Yes, you, the other Mark. Scott, you too, in Dallas. Looking forward to it. Clay, are you coming to Dallas? No? All right. No problem.
Yeah. Due to budget constraints this year, I got to hear about it and everything, but I definitely will be there next year.
Oh, sure. Sounds
I was
good.
actually looking up a trip to Australia last night. I was like, what area are you guys in?
They made a TV show about us. It's called Alien Earth. Have you seen all those creatures that try to kill? No, I'm joking. Americans are always scared of all the creatures that we have walking around here, and they say, "Hey, there's all these things that are trying to kill you all the time." Dude, I'm in Melbourne.
Oh,
Jared,
okay.
he's in Tasmania. Walt is in Queensland, in Gold Coast. Mark is probably 20, 30 minutes away from me in Melbourne.
Okay.
So yeah, we're, whenever you like, let me know. We're probably going to have an event and you can be a speaker there.
Nice. Also, I'd like to add that I'm from Florida, so I'm not scared of too much.
Uh, dude, is yours where you have the crocodiles or alligators? We're one of those.
Alligators, they say the crocodiles are down in South Florida now. I'm in Central Florida, so it's like the ocean is 1 hour each way.
Yep.
And then everything in between, which is a hodgepodge of what was that?
Crazy, man. I did an East Coast tour of the US probably about 10 years ago. And we went from New York all the way down to, I think it was Florida, New Orleans, Florida, St. Augustine, all the entire East Coast.
Hmm.
And so New York, you've got these, everybody's super busy and one drink costs like $50 and things like that. And then as we
Right.
went to, I think it's St. Augustine, where it's all Spanish, and then we got to New Orleans, everything's French, and then we got down to I think it was Florida, I can't remember, but please forgive me. But the dudes
That's
were
good.
crocodiles. They were like, let's go out, let's go get some crocodiles and put it on the barbecue. I'm like, wow, what a trip. Like just in 3 weeks, I've experienced, France, Spain, high life in New York, and then down here, now we're eating crocodiles and we finished off with Orlando. So yeah.
Well, the greatest thing about Orlando is that, it's an international port. So there is the greatest food ever. I know they like to say, hey, it sucks and everything. You got to avoid a tourist trap. You really have to know where to go to get some good food.
All right. Well, next time we come up, Clay. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna give you a little hint. So we talked about, so just before we finish up, where is my messages? Here we go. Not messages here. Guys, see this AIXCEO? We want to run this in all the cities. So,
Oh,
so Clay, I'm gonna put you down for Florida.
okay.
So we're gonna organize these events across everywhere, and we want to have leaders who will give you all the playbooks. We'll make sure everything's there set up, and we'll fill the rooms and all that. And yeah, so
Oh, yeah.
that's another little initiative that's gonna be coming out soon that we dreamed up the other day. Sorry, Kyle. Kyle's like, what the?
What is that?
He's like, what the hell? Yeah.
I've got 3 minutes to put it together. Let's go.
Oh my God. I
Um,
would be honored to help you guys out with that. That would be awesome.
Awesome, man. Anne Marie says Chicago, great. Palm Strings says Scott, perfect. Ray, will this recording be pushed to YouTube? I don't know, Kyle. Do we put these on YouTube? Yes, we do. Yes, Ray, it will be. Giant bugs in Florida. What do you mean by giant bugs in Florida? I don't know what that is.
Palmetto bugs.
I don't.
Yeah, I was just saying it's not just giant crocodiles, but the anacondas and the
Yep.
whatever else they got down there that have migrated.
Dude,
Wild boars. Yeah,
All right.
Panthers, Bears.
Bears in
Oh
Florida.
yeah.
What? Okay, cool. Well, I'm getting a education over here. Jared says he's put his hand up for the Tassie event. Carlo is saying for Toronto, awesome, and St. Louis for Ray. Great. Let's make it happen, guys. We'll keep you updated as these things are coming about. So, thank you for another amazing call, another amazing week, guys. We're always here to help you. It's an amazing community. We love you guys. We want to see you succeed. So whatever you need, we have playbooks. We've done this stuff before. Lean on us, and we are here to help you guys grow, scale. Hey, he's got his playbook. Woohoo! What chapter are you up to, bro? Chapter 2. All right. You're muted, by the way.
My second copy came in yesterday, so
All right.
I got it on the bookshelf, and I got this one. I was like, if I lose one, I got a backup. I'm not playing around.
I love that, Clay. You're amazing, dude. All right, lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you soon. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Thanks, Johan.
See you guys. Bye bye.